Hello, hello. I am so excited to be here tonight for our Worthy Wednesday edition number, or episode rather, number 12. I've got my notes. I've spent some time this week figuring out what exactly are we going to talk about this week. So learning, how to be kinder than necessary to ourselves so we can in fact be kinder than necessary to others. So this week, we are going to embark on the journey. I've got a little hair right there. Sorry. This week, we're going to embark on the journey of understanding the difference between energy flowing to you and energy flowing through you. All right, there's quite a bit of difference in that. So I want to go ahead and start that journey. I'm so excited that you're here. My name is Jerry Lynn Brown, and you are at the Be Kinder Than Necessary channel. And I am so happy that you are here, that we get to embark on this little, insightful voyage together. So we are going to explore the profound concept of energy and vibrations flowing not just to us, but flowing through us. All right. And so when I'm looking down, I'm just looking at my notes because I want our time here to be really valuable. I want it to be concise information. You're getting a lot of value in a short amount of time. So that's why I've got my notes. All right. So before we deep dive into this captivating topic, and I think this is a really fascinating topic to engage in. So let's qualify what we mean by vibration and energy. All right. In the grand scheme of the universe, everything is in a state of constant vibration. All right. So this energy is going to flow through everything, and the universe's energy will flow through everything, and it will literally connect all things. All right. So it doesn't matter if it's a living being or looking around here, if it's an inanimate object or even the thoughts in our own mind. Okay. It's the very essence of existence itself is this energy and vibration. All right. So to visualize this concept, just close your eyes. I did this last week too. I asked you to close your eyes. So just close your eyes. Okay. And I just want you to imagine energy as a flowing river. Okay. And when it flows to us, it is akin to a river that stops abruptly, like it's been dammed up. Okay. Like it can't go any further. Okay. It provides momentary nourishment. It provides momentary happiness. It provides momentary satisfaction. But when it flows to us, it doesn't, that's just it. It stops. It's momentary. Okay. However, when we awaken the idea that we can harness and direct this energy, listen to that again. We can harness and direct the energy. We can do that. Then it begins to flow through us. Okay. And as the energy flows through us, it begins to go out. We begin to radiate that energy outwardly. All right. Instead of having to stop right with us. Okay. So it's like a river. Instead of the river being dammed up, all right, with the dam and the river, it just is like a continuous journey, and the river just, continues on and flows. It's really a beautiful thing, right? And the distinction of stopping by flowing to us and continuing by flowing through us holds tremendous power and tremendous potential for self-transformation and for transformation of others in the world. So it is you have to stop and think, well, why is it crucial to understand this distinction? All right, so those of you who follow me, you know that I have a coaching program called Your Kind Mind, and that it is an acrostic where you spell out the word kind, and the K stands for something, the I stands for something, the N stands for something, and the D stands for something. The D stands for discernment, that we are able to discern and understand the difference between flowing to and flowing through. All right. So when we realize that energy and vibrations flow through us, we become active participants. Okay, that is an exciting thing. We actually decide, I am going to be active in that. I'm not going to take a passive role in life anymore. I am going to be active, and I'm going to begin. It's almost like you begin this little intricate dance with the universe as you are flowing, down into, your energy is flowing like a stream. All right, it's like this little intricate dance with the universe. And so we are not just merely passive recipients of taking, hey, whatever comes to me comes to me, and I guess I just have to live with it because life is stressful and life is hard, and hey, good things happen to me too, isn't that cool? And so instead of just becoming a very passive recipient of what's going on externally around us and all those influences, we begin to actively shape what is happening in our life, like the trajectory of this energy. We begin to shape where it goes. We begin to realize, oh, wait a minute. Oh, I'm in charge of this. I have some control over this energy and this vibration. Isn't that interesting? And isn't it though, right? I mean, it really is when you think about it. It's really interesting. So just again, imagine your thoughts and your emotions and your actions on a very specific frequency and vibration, or I should say not and, but or a frequency or a vibration, and that your energy is in a specific place. All right. So when your vibration is really high, uh, and positive, then you don't just reap the benefits. You are not the only person reaping those benefits when you have this high vibration. All right. A high vibration will also create your influence of energy around the people with whom you interact. Okay, so a high vibration will help for you to start to influence the people that you hang out with. All right, and then it's this ripple effect that goes out into the world. I mean, it's really, really. Oh my gosh, it's so exciting and energy, and so exciting that energy will do that. And I think it is so critical that we understand that, in fact, oh my gosh, I actually have a control over that. Isn't that interesting? Okay. And the ripple effect will lead to it could, well, you won't even know where all it goes. You will not understand everywhere that goes because it will go beyond your reach. Okay. And it may go on and continue into, infinity. You do not know. So we have to be so careful about the energy that we are putting out there because it'll have far reaching consequences, and consequences are good and bad. All right. So, that one of my very favorite authors and one of my very, very favorite books is this book right here, the collected works of Florence Scovel Shinn. She has, there are several books in this little, very tight book, but oh my gosh, the stuff that's in here is so amazing. Anyway, The Game of Life and How to Play It, and many, many other books. I highly suggest you get the entire collected works because it's so deep in its wisdom and in its knowledge. I mean, there's a reason that this book is 97 years old. She wrote it in 2020, or rather 1927. So it is almost 100 years old. And yet it is it is so timely for today's for what's going on in today's world. And so, that's what makes it a classic, right? Is because it could be written a long time ago, and yet is, the stuff that she wrote about then is still very timely now. So anyway, she's one of my very favorite people. So let's just take a moment and look at the wisdom that she talked about. All right, I'm gonna look at my notes. Okay, so just to make sure you understand, she's a pioneer in the field of personal development and in metaphysics. All right. And she famously said, your word is your wand. Okay, so think about like that, little magic wand that you can, ting, abracadabra, right? The words you say are the things that come to pass. All right, that's your wand. All right, so in essence, she's emphasizing the incredible power of our words and in shaping our reality. How our words and our words and our thoughts, what we think, what we say, begins to shape our reality. I have experienced this on almost daily over the last several years. I have certainly experienced it on the negative way, also not being aware that my words are going to make such a positive are going to make such a big impact on my life, be it negative or positively. I am in charge of that. All right, going back again to I have the power to make those transformations. All right, so every single word we speak and every single word that we think carries a specific vibration. Positive affirmations and thoughts resonate with that higher frequency. Negativity generates a very low, like if I were to stand up, it's way down here, right? Okay. It's a very low frequency. All right. A low vibration. So understanding this principle really allows us to think about the words that we're going to say. Think about the thoughts that we're going to think. I said a couple of weeks ago, maybe last week, we have in our head in one day, the average person thinks 70,000 thoughts, and most of them are negative. But we have the power to change that. And in fact, we need to take that responsibility very seriously and change that. All right. So, by choosing our words and our thoughts wisely, we align ourselves with a higher vibration. We just naturally will start to align ourselves with that higher vibration. And we will attract positive energy, and we will attract positive opportunities. We will attract positive people into our lives. Like if you do that, it's a universal law. You can't even, like, it will just happen. You can't avoid it. It will just happen. And why would you avoid it? Right? So this got me thinking about one of my very favorite songs growing up. When I was growing up, the church that I attended taught the children this beautiful little song that as a child I just liked it because the music was pretty and the words were fun, because as a child I didn't really understand what I was saying. But as an adult, when I think about these words, I think, oh, wow, okay, I get it. I get it. This is a flow going on here. Oh my gosh. Okay. So I'm really excited to share this with you. The song is called Give Said the Little Stream. I'm going to put a link in the description of, there are several, you can get on YouTube and you can search Give Said the Little Stream. But one of my favorite songs or that's not what I meant to say. I meant to say, sorry, one of my favorite renditions, let me get some water. One of my favorite renditions of this song is from a little group in Utah. They all play musical instruments like cellos and things like that, string instruments. And it is this beautiful song. There are no words to it in this particular rendition. And it's just a lovely music. And sometimes I will put that song on, and even though I know the words, I'll listen to it enough that I just am enjoying the music. And I'll just put it on replay, and it will just play itself, for several minutes. Sometimes I listen to it like for 30 or 45 minutes all at a time, and it just keeps going over and over and over again. It's really beautiful. The song is called "Give," said the little stream, and it really, it beautifully encapsulates the concept of giving and receiving. When we give, we receive. All right. It's reciprocal. All right. Giving and receiving. You have to do both. A lot of people want to just give, 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 and they have a hard time receiving, but it's reciprocal. All right. So it's really important to understand that, again, energy is flowing through us all the time, which means we are receiving it and we are giving it at the same time. We have to be willing to do that. All right. To really understand and accept the energy. You can tell I need a haircut tomorrow. um anyway, so that's the idea of the energy flowing in the world. All right, it's just like this little stream of water that says, I'm going to give freely. As I go down this little mountain pass, I'm going to give my water freely. And as I flow down, I'm going to bless the land. I'm going to nourish the land. I'm going to contribute positively in the way that the energy flows through the world. I'm going to let the energy flow through my stream, and I'm going to let it flow out into the world, and I'm going to create beauty all around me, right? So this is one of the verses in this song. It says, "Give," said the little stream, "give, oh give, give, oh give," as it hurried down the hill. "I'm small, I know, but wherever I go, the fields grow greener still." So even though the stream is little, it understands, I have an important role to play in this field being beautiful and green and lush and flowers growing. That's because I'm willing to give my water to this field. So, I mean, I think that's really a beautiful, beautiful thought. And there are many other verses to the song as well. And certainly, please look them up. But it was one of my favorite songs as a child. And but I didn't understand its meaning. And as an adult, it is one of my favorite songs also because it is all about giving and receiving. And even though I may be small, I can still make a difference. That's huge. All right. So, I mean, these lyrics are really quite profound. And it's saying that the consistent acts of kindness and love and positivity can contribute to a mighty river of positive energy in the world. Just like the little stream gives freely of itself, we also can give with our positive energy, and we can enrich the lives of all of those around us. So I really love that song. I hope you look into it. So one of the things we also need to talk about tonight is the exploring practical ways to actually elevate our vibration and to ensure that that energy is flowing through us. All right. And that the energy that flows through us is of the highest quality, because you can have a negative energy flow through you. People do it all the time. All right. So I was just having a conversation today with some colleagues of mine about negative energy flowing through you, and how I had to delete one of the apps on my phone because the energy in it was just like, oh man, the people talking on here are so negative. I can't have this around me. I've got to get rid of it. It's just way too toxic. All right. So we want to make sure that the energy that is flowing through us is of highest quality, because it's not only going to flow through us, but it's then going to go outward and it's going to flow to other people and through them. So we want to contribute as it flows through us. We want to make sure that that energy is of a highest quality. So let's just look at 6 things that we can do that will help to provide energy flowing through us at a high quality. All right. Number 1, be mindful and be aware. Okay. So really create a mindfulness and an awareness. So begin to become more mindful of your thoughts. All right. Begin to become more mindful of your emotions. What is it that you're thinking? What is it you're feeling? Know what they are. Take stock in whether they lean more toward the positive side or the negative side. All right, on that spectrum, are you on the positive side or the negative side? And do you want to be on the negative side? No, you do not. All right, and so just be aware that that whole self-awareness, mindfulness, and self-awareness, that's your very first step to making a positive change in yourself and in the world. Okay, so in my coaching program, that would be the that would be the K in the word kind. You are the keeper of your mind. You have to be aware of what's going on in there. You have to be very mindful of what's going on in there. All right. So anyway, that's number one. All right. Number two is, I hope you guys are taking notes. Number two is gratitude practice. Okay, you have to cultivate daily practice of gratitude. I do not get out of bed in the morning without naming at least 10 things that I am grateful for. And I always try to think of new things instead of the things that are really pretty obvious that I'm grateful for. Okay, while I'm incredibly grateful for the universe and for my life and for my husband and for my family and for my home and my job, all those things, those are really obvious things. I want to dig deeper. Okay, I want to be grateful that like today. I'm just trying to think about one of the things I said. Today, one of the things I said was, I am so grateful that I have students coming into my classroom every day to learn. All right. I am so grateful that I have a bed that is comfortable to sleep in. All right, those are just some of the things I said today. So we really want to express gratitude for what we have, because what will happen is that will automatically raise your vibration and it will magnetize positive energy into your life. So what does a magnet do? It attracts, right? So when we show gratitude, we are going to magnetize our energy. We're going to attract more things to be grateful for. We are going to attract a higher vibration. We are going to bring in a higher energy. All right. So that's really, really important to be able to do. Number three is, and I think this one is a really easy one to go, yeah, I'll get to that later. Yeah, I'll do that. I'm going to do that one day. I've certainly been guilty of that. I don't know that as many people take this as seriously as they need to, and that is practicing a healthy lifestyle. All right. So we have a choice about that, right? We can practice a healthy lifestyle. Prioritizing our healthy lifestyle by eating nutritious food, by and drink, by engaging in exercise, and ensuring that we get enough sleep. Some of us need 9 hours of sleep. Some of us get by on 4 hours and are completely fine with that. But they all contribute to our physical well-being. And when we are physically healthier, our thoughts are going to be more easily going toward that positive, high vibration. When we are not physically in good shape, our thoughts will have a harder time going to a higher vibration. So that's really, really important to keep in mind. So we want to make sure that we are reinforcing that positive energy flowing through us by having a healthy body for it to flow through. Make sense? I think it makes a lot of sense. It's like, oh, wow, okay, yeah, there are some changes I can make in my life. I mean, there's certainly some changes I can make in mine. I'm sure that you can find some in yours too. Okay, number four is, and I do this every day, and on the rare occasion that I don't do this, I can tell. And what's interesting is my husband can too. He'll be able to say, I can tell you didn't meditate today, or I can tell that you didn't meditate as long, or you weren't as into it today. And I think, isn't that interesting? That that he can feel that difference. So meditation and visualization is number four. Okay, incorporating meditation and visualization technique into your daily routine is going to allow you to connect to those cosmic currents. Okay, I love that phrase, the cosmic currents of the universe. we want to connect to those cosmic currents. And by meditating and visualizing, that is a perfect way of doing that. All right. It will automatically raise your vibrational frequency as well. So really visualize, close your eyes, think about what it looks like, write it down if you need to, speak it out, think it, speak it, write it. It becomes so much more powerful. Okay. And those visualizing in your mind, speaking them and writing out is going to give you positive outcomes and feelings. So reinforcing that positive energy flowing through you again is so critical. And meditation and visualization are big ways to do that. All right. So number 5, I really believe that this has become so much more critical in the world of social media. All right. But make sure that the interactions you are having are positive. Positive social interactions are critical. All right. That goes to that communication, that goes to that connection to another person, that goes to that flow of that energy from you to me to you and us to them. So, as positive social interaction is absolutely critical, especially in the world of social media. All right. There's a campaign in another state right now, and maybe in several states. But I was just in Utah over the weekend, and there is a campaign saying that social media is creating some mental illnesses and some really difficult addictions. And there's a lot of truth to that. So we have to make sure that we are surrounding ourselves with people who are uplifting us, people who inspire us. And if that's not happening on social media, you need to really think about that. All right, what else can I create that's more positive? Is it the social media? We were having a conversation in my book study last Saturday about how some people are just listening and watching different kinds of things, and they're almost like, I can't get away from it. It's like this big train wreck that I just can't take my eyes off of. But it's not necessarily positive. Okay, so it's going to lower your vibration on that. So really think about, who are the 5 people I hang out with the most? And when you really stop to think about that, it might not be who you think it is. So really give that some consideration. Who am I hanging out with the most? Because they're the people influencing you the most. And they're the people that you are influencing. So what kind of influence, what kind of energy, what kind of vibration is flowing again from you to them and them to you and me to you and you to me, and all of that? What is happening with that? So make sure that when you are having social interactions, that they are actually social, and make sure that they are actual connections and interactions. All right. Engage with individuals who are radiating that positivity to you. All right. And maintaining that higher frequency. Because when you hang out with people who maintain a higher frequency, it is automatically easier for you to maintain a higher frequency. All right. And then number 6. All right. Number 6. This is 6 in sign language. Number 6 is service and kindness. Of course it's going to be it, right? Make a conscious effort to help others. Make a conscious effort to practice random acts of kindness. Make a conscious effort to practice intentional acts of kindness. Do both, random and intentional. These acts will absolutely raise your vibration. No doubt about it. Will also, though, contribute positively to the energy in the world. That's critical. All right. Especially, I hear especially now we need to do all these things. But I don't know that it's especially now. It's just that we have more access to more information. I think that's how it was all along in the world's history. But it were just on microcosms instead of the macrocosm that we live in now. And when we give selflessly, we become the conduit to the positive energy. So I'm not going to go over what they were. I'm just going to go over the beginning of them. Number 1, mindfulness and awareness. Number 2, gratitude practice. Number 3, healthy lifestyle choices. Number 4, meditation and visualization. Number 5, practice, or I didn't mean to say that, positive social interactions. And number 6, service and kindness. All right, so now as we conclude all of that, let's, we want to look at understanding that energy is and vibrations flow through us, not just to us. Can they flow just to us? Absolutely. But we don't want them to stop with us. We want to then let them carry on, going through us in every direction that they can go, and contributing to that very high vibration, being very, very mindful of our thoughts and our actions, and realizing that we are becoming conscious that we are the co-creators of our reality. That's huge. There are times that I say, and I got this from one of my friends that I'm in a book study group with, she'll say, I refuse to accept that reality. I'm going to go create my own. I love that, because guess what? We can. She understands that. And when I heard that, I thought, oh my gosh, that is brilliant. All right. So that's my friend Brenda who did that. Anyway, so we want to be able to maintain that to keep a positive impact on the world around us. All right. When we are being kinder than necessary to ourselves, we are able to more easily be kinder than necessary to others. All right. So those 6 things I was telling you about, that's learning to be more that is helping you to become kinder than necessary to yourself, and then pushing it out there to others. All right. That positive social interaction, that service and kindness, that's going outward to other people. All right. So be kinder than necessary to yourself so you can be kinder than necessary to others. BKTN. BKTN. So remember, your word is in fact your wand. It's your little magic wand that you can wave around. All right. You have to be really careful about what it is that you're saying on that wand. So be careful with what you are thinking. All right. Harness your thoughts, harness your words. Make sure that what you are saying and thinking align with the higher vibration that you want to create. All right. Reflect on the song, Give, Said the Little Stream. All right. Be inspired to contribute in your own big way, little way, anyway. Be inspired to create, or rather to contribute somehow positively to the energy of the world. All right. Whatever that is. Because even that little stream going down the hill is contributing in their own way. And we can do the same thing. All right. We need to nourish the hearts and souls of ourselves. Again, so that's flowing outwardly from us as it goes through us, and we can nourish the souls of others. Remember, we can also create that to then send it outward. All right. So I am so grateful that you have spent this time with me tonight. Thank you so much for all of it. Thank you for joining me. If you like this, absolutely comment in the comments. What is it that you took away from this? It helps me to decide where to go to next in what I think I need to talk to, in what I need to speak of next. Well, my light just went out. Oh, well. And my one light went out. And share it. Share it with other people, because that's one of the positive things we can do in the world, is share the positive things that we hear and we see and we read about. Make sure that you share it. Okay. Spreading positivity and love wherever you go. So I just want you to remember that one of the goals is to be kinder than necessary to yourself so you can be kinder than necessary to others. All right. One of my goals is to really stand for people who are cultivating kindness, love, and integrity so that they can outwardly radiate that, or outwardly radiate those qualities, and ultimately empower others, themselves and others, to live a higher vibrational life. All right. With that in mind, be kinder than necessary. Thank you. Stay tuned for more exciting kinds of things, and I'll talk to you next week. Bye.